Hello everybody. Yeah, sorry, no 3D camera. It's up in the hotel room and I'm too lazy to go and get it. Plus it's night time anyway. I doubt you can see anything. Nah, it's all night. The lake's over there, but you can't see anything. So just a normal video. Okay, this is my video response to Dean, who has a fantastic YouTube channel called Escape to Gaming. I think his YouTube handle is VinnieCorleone62, and he's one of the very few YouTube gamers that's even older than me. Yeah, he was born in 1962. I was born in 1967, hence Bangkokian 1967. And tomorrow is my birthday, so I'll be 49 tomorrow. And this is the video response for Dean. He asked a really good question: what defines retro gaming to you? And my answer is that whatever you want. Retro gaming, my nostalgia and memories go hand in hand with the general time that I remember the best, my more fondest memories. I've been gaming since the late 70s when the Binatone, Pong and the light gun came out. You plugged in your TV. It was a black and white TV that I was playing on when I first started. Colour TVs were a luxury. So yeah, I had the Binatone, then I went to the Atari VCS, then I went to BBC Model B, then Spectrum, Atari ST, Amiga, Mega Drive, SNES, N64, GameCube, I forgot the PlayStation, and then PlayStation 2, and GameCube, Xbox, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3. Apart from the Master System and the NES, those are the only two consoles I've never had. And my fondest memories, the time that really defined retro gaming in my mind right now is, I would have to say, the late 90s, because that's the time when I had the most time and also the most money to spend on gaming. And now I'm a family man, I've got kids, I'm an old bugger now. I've got too many responsibilities to be a real proper gamer. I'm lucky if I get half an hour a night these days. But the early 90s, when I first started working, it was hard before. I was always been a gamer since as I said, the 70s with the old 8-bits and the old Atari VCS and everything. But I was relying on my parents to give me the consoles and the games, so they weren't exactly fruitful in that regard, because I hard work family work in northeast in Bolton, no one had a fucking brass father in Bolton. So, but I did well. I went to grammar, did my O levels, A levels, did my degree, and once I graduated and I got my degree, I could get a proper job. Yeah, so I started working in '88, and I worked in UK North Sea as a geologist for a couple of years, and then I started to get my first international posting. And I spent most of the 1990s working in various horrible places in West Africa, Nigeria, Gabon, Angola, Congo, you name it, in which is a West African country. I've been there at one point in time. But saying that though, it was 4 weeks on, 4 weeks on the rig, and then you spent 4 weeks off the rig. Because you were getting paid every day, you come back, you couldn't spend a penny on the rig because there's nothing to buy. So I come back and it's like having 2 months of salary and you have 1 month to spend it. And I was living at home. I just graduated, and I've always been a ginger, specky, eczema-ridden northern dickhead. So I was single. So I thought, fuck it, I'll spend it all on myself. So yeah, I had the 90s for me were my best years of my life, and I loved it. Well, it was great. I felt like I got all this money, only 4 weeks to spend it, so I would get everything. I'd have all the consoles, I had the the SNES and Mega Drive. I had the Amiga, and then I started getting into the PC gaming because we started using them at work. And it was great because I'd have 4 weeks at home, and there'd be all these great games getting released when I was on the rig, and I'd come back, and I've said this before, but I've never owned the only PAL console that I've owned was the original Atari VCS, because I was lucky enough to be working in the 90s when all the Nintendo and Sega consoles came out, so I could afford to get the Japanese and the American versions of the consoles, so I never had to deal with the old PAL. Excuse me, had a good day today. I've never had to deal with the old PAL frame rate issues, where like the PAL releases were like 25% slower. I always went for the NTSC releases, and especially the PC gaming, which really started in the early 90s with the release of the first Voodoo card, 3DFX card it was called then. Then you had the Voodoo 2. I had one of the earliest SLI, because Voodoo 2, when that came out, you could hook two cards together and make them work in parallel, and that was, wow, it was amazing. And my fondest memories of gaming is as I said before, the early 90s, because I was not only into serious gaming, my entire 4 weeks was just purely leisure time off, and if I wasn't playing game on the PC, Mega Drive, SNES, Game Boy, anything, I'd be my food here. Thank you very much. There we go, another lovely burger. Lovely. Food's here. Okay, where was I? Let's see. Yeah, as I was saying, the 90s, I wasn't just gaming, I've always been a huge comic book fan. So I'd be going to Manchester every other weekend and going to the Forbidden Planet comic shop there and getting all the latest comics. And I was also a huge Laserdisc fan. I've always been big into AV. I had a rear projection TV and everything, and it was awesome. And I remember when Dolby Surround first came out, Laserdisc was the way to go. I had a Panasonic. I've always had Panasonic Laserdiscs when I was in the UK, and they were great. I had a couple of them, and the last one I had, it was auto. You didn't have to change the size of the disc. The Laserdisc went upside down, and just within 10 seconds you're on the next side of the disc, and it was, picture quality was amazing, and that was great. So retro gaming for me is the early 90s, but it could be different. As I was watching Novabug's VR response to this, and he was absolutely right. It's a very personal response. It's different for everybody. I mean, there's nothing wrong with me. There's nothing wrong if someone says PlayStation 3 and the 360 were retro games for them. If their life was really good, they got really fond memories of the games that they played at those times, and if they're playing them again, it helps them in any way relive the memories of those days. There's nothing wrong at all with that, if you ask me. I mean, when I play all the games that I was playing in the 90s, if I play them, I get like a spark of what I was doing when I first played it. It gives me a good memory. So if anyone who had the 360 or the PlayStation 3 also gets a very similar memory, I can't see anything wrong with calling that a retro game. It's past. It doesn't. Yeah, okay, it's only a couple of years, but it's still in the past. So it's all linked to so many other things besides gaming. It's what you were doing and how you felt at the time and how much time you had. Like these days, I'm working all the time. As I said before, I'm lucky if I get an hour, half hour to game every night. It just, you don't have the time. I'm a dad now, I've got too many responsibilities. So I still collect everything like mad, so I've got far more games than I've ever had that I've not played for more than 15-20 minutes, but I'm never going to change. I don't have the time anymore. I keep saying, when I retire, but that's never going to happen with the way the retirement age is going. But that's my rather long, rather waffly response. So I'm going to be 49 tomorrow. I can't believe how old I am. There's not going to be a video for me. If there is a video from me tomorrow, it's not going to be for public consumption. It's going to be a XXX rated from Soy Cowboy, and that ain't going to make its way online. Anyway, that's all for me. Thanks for watching. Cheers. time for my burger. Thanks.